A guten Erev Shabbos, my dear friends. It is Shabbos after Pesach, Shabbos Parshas Acharei. It is Shabbos Mavorchim. We bless the new month of Iyar. And here in Brooklyn, candle lighting time is at 7:36. Men, make sure to put on tefillin before sunset, and please pray for our brothers and sisters in Eretz Israel, for the hostages to come back, and for Jews around the world. They should be safe. So after Pesach, after the holidays, we have the post-holiday blues sometimes. How do we make sure to keep the holiness, the holiness of the holy days, not to lose this effect of the holidays? And the Rabbi says that there is an interesting message from the name of the portion of this week. The name of the portion is Acharei. What is Acharei? The word Acharei means after. What possible message can you get from a name like after? Says the Rebbe, the message is obvious. The message is you always have to focus. What do you do after? After you reach a peak of holiness, what do you do after? You have to make sure that the holiness should affect the after. What is the portion talking about? It's talking about Hashem spoke to Moshe Acharei Mot, after the death of the children of Aaron. The children of Aaron, by their death, they reached the peak of connecting with God. And then the message is we have to focus on the after. Then the portion talks also about Yom Kippur, about the holiest day of the year, about the holy high priest doing his holy work, entering the Holy of Holies on this day. And then at the end of the portion, the Torah tells us about instructions to stay away from the most lowly things, the immoral relationships with family members and so on. And on Yom Kippur, on the holiest day of the year, we read, in the afternoon, we read that portion. And the question is asked, why on a day like this, when people are so inspired, on Yom Kippur, they're wearing their white garments and they feel holy. Nobody thinks about such things. And yet, on this day, we make sure to read about the lowliest things, how to stay away from them. And the message is, because that is exactly the point. We need to make sure that the holiness that we feel inspired, should affect even when we go into our daily lives, in the regular day. I heard a story from Rabbi Biderman from Yerushalayim. There was this Jew that needed a very special loan, a large loan, and he was looking for banks to give him the loan, and he couldn't find until finally he found a bank in Detroit that was willing to give him the loan. And he made an appointment on a Tuesday at 4:30 p.m. And he came to Detroit. He came very early. He wanted to make sure he's going to be there on time, because if you're not going to be on time for your appointment, chances are you're not going to be on time to pay your loans. So you got to make sure to be there on time for his appointment with the bank manager. And then he asks around, where is there a minyan for mincha? He wanted to pray the afternoon prayer with 10 people together. So they told him there's a synagogue nearby. They have a minyan actually. At 4 p.m. they pray together. He figured this prayer takes 10-15 minutes. He's going to pray. So he goes to the synagogue, but he goes there. There's only 3 people. To pray, you need to have 10 people. And so he's waiting till finally 10 people came, but it was already getting late. And he says to himself, he's going to say the beginning of the prayer, and after the immediate prayer, he's going to run out and run to the bank to be on time for their appointment. But the chazan, the one who led the prayer, begged them. He says to him, listen, today is my father's yortzeit. It's the day of the passing of my father. I need to say the special Kaddish prayer at the end of Mincha, at the end of the prayer. I cannot say it if you're going to leave. I need to have 10 men. And he's thinking to himself, how can I do it? I'm going to lose my chance, my only chance to get this loan. But he broke himself and he thought to himself, no, I got to do the right thing, no matter what. And he stayed. He finished davening mincha. Right after mincha, he runs to the bank. And they told him that the manager did not come yet. 2 minutes later, the manager walks in. And guess who was the manager? That person who led the prayer, who had his father's yahrzeit. They sat down, and after, obviously he realized that this is the person who helped them with the minyan. And he told them, you're a person like you, I know I can trust. You have the morals, you have the right characters. He made sure to approve his loan on the same day. Now imagine if he would run out of the shul and leave the chazan, the manager of the bank, without 10 people. You can imagine that chances are that he wouldn't get the loan. So the message is, sometimes we deal with this world and we say, we have to do a vessel, prepare a vessel, we have to do everything right in the natural way, to be on time and to do, of course, we have to do those things. But we have to realize that everything comes from where? What is the source of the blessings? It is Hashem. And that is when, after the holidays, we take the inspiration of the holidays, the holiness of the holiday, and we implement it into our daily lives. This way, we fulfill Hashem's wish, and everything else will put itself into place. Even the problems we have around with the protesters in the colleges. I saw this video of this Chabad guy standing there, putting on tefillin with people around him screaming "Free Palestine," whatever. He's keeping on doing the right thing. The people saying the Shema Yisrael. We gotta do our thing. Yes, there's other things we need to do, but each and every one has to focus to bring the holidays, the holiness of the holiday into our daily life. Have a wonderful Shabbos and a good Chodesh.